It's leg 3 of the Volvo Ocean Race, and the sailors are finally getting some breeze after 2 days of no wind in the Bay of Bengal. They left 2 weeks ago today from Abu Dhabi for Sanya, but it was yesterday in Abu Dhabi where world #1 golfer Rory McIlroy shot his first professional hole-in-one. And it was on the Azzam hole of the Abu Dhabi golf course, no less. So we connected him today with skipper of Abu Dhabi Ocean Racing, Ian Walker, who's a huge golfer himself. And while waiting for Rory to chip in on the 18th hole, we got to take a minute to catch up with Ian about the racing. You've been through this area before and towards the Malacca Straits. Can you talk to us about what is coming up there?
Yeah, well, we're about 200 miles now from Pulau Way. We've just got out of that big cloud. We're now sailing into a building monsoon wind. We've just peeled to the fractional zero, and very soon we'll be peeling to the jib. Hopefully not at the same time Rory's online. And so, yeah, we're into a building breeze. We're expecting 20 knots, upwind. It's quite bouncy. You can probably see the boat jumping around a bit. And then we'll sail into the Straits where there's basically going to be no wind again. So I imagine the whole thing will kind of park up again before getting towards Singapore.
Fair game. Okay, well, we'll let you get at it, and we'll pass you over to Rory.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, delighted to say on day 3 of the Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championship, we've got the world #1 Rory McIlroy sitting next to me, and about 3,000 miles away, we've got Ian Walker, the skipper of Abu Dhabi Ocean Racing, en route from the UAE capital to Sanya.
Yeah, we're about 200 miles from the entrance to the Straits of Malacca, so we're sort of crossing the Bay of Bengal from Sri Lanka towards Indonesia. So I think we've got about 1,900 miles still to run. We're 2 weeks in today. We started on a Saturday in Abu Dhabi 2 weeks ago, and looks like it's probably going to take us all of another 10 days or so to get to Sanya. So plenty of racing still to go. We're in 3rd place, nip and tuck with Brunel, and we can see both Brunel and Mapfre on our port side, or we could before it went dark.
And Rory, you're chasing as well Martin Keimer. He's opened up quite a gap. How did you rate today and your chances generally for the tournament?
I think Ian and the boys have a much better chance than I do. They've got a better chance to win than I have tomorrow, so good luck to them. But yeah, you know, I just very wasteful today, a lot of wasted opportunities, but I'll try and finish the tournament off on a positive note tomorrow.
One of the highlights, though, yesterday was your first ever professional hole-in-one at the 15th, and in the backdrop was a massive sign for Azzam. So that was quite a nice tie-up between Ian and yourself.
Yeah, it was, and I've met Ian a few times as well at this tournament. So it's, yeah, I mean, it's you know, I think golf is a lot more easier than what these guys are doing right here. You know, I'd much rather have my feet firmly on the ground than you know, being out in the middle of the ocean. But you know, it's impressive what those guys do and what those guys go through. You know, being out there for, you know, weeks on end. It's you know, it's very impressive.
Ian, holes are not a good thing in sailing, but Rory's hole-in-one was very impressive.
Yeah, hi Rory, good to speak to you again. And well, we was actually sent the photo on board today of you celebrating the hole-in-one in front of. Congratulations from all the lads on board. I think is that the hole over the water? I think I normally stick it in the pond every time I play that hole.
You'd have to hit it a lot. You'd have to hit it very far left to hit it in the water there, Ian. But no, it was on 15. But yeah, it was a nice little backdrop to celebrate.
Amazing that we're able to connect both Ian and Rory McIlroy. Ian live at sea via Skype, and Rory right here as well. Have you ever tried your hand, Rory, sailing? If you weren't a golfer, could you see yourself at sea?
No, I don't think so. I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. As I said there before, I'm much better on land than I am on water. So, yeah, I'll leave that to the experts like Ian that know what they're doing.
Ian, how's your golf?
I think you know how my golf is. I play off about 20, so it's pretty shoddy. But if you ever want to go sailing, Rory, then you know where to find me.
Well, look, we're going to wrap things up in just a moment, but Rory, you must be quite intrigued by Ian, what he has to eat out there, how it is being at sea for so long away from the family. Is there anything specific you'd like to ask him?
Yeah, what I mean, obviously he's very busy most of the time, but there must be times when it gets quite, I don't know, monotonous or tedious. And just what do you do? What's the motivation to sort of keep yourself going, because it's a lengthy time out there.
I guess it's the same as you on the practice ground. The motivation's trying to win. Today and the last few days we've had boats within sight of us, so all the time you're trying to gain a few inches, a few meters, a few miles here and there. We do 4 hours on deck, Rory, 4 hours off. Come up for every sail change, so you get disturbed quite a lot on your off watch. So it's busy, and you just sort of chip away at it. And as I say, we're 2 weeks in now. We've still got about 10 days to go. So the harder things is not having any freshwater shower, not having any fresh food. That's the thing you miss. But we do get a little bit of news. We have a bit of fun on board, and most of the time we just head down, trying to improve our performance. And I guess a bit like you're behind. I understand a few shots back going into tomorrow. We're 68 miles behind, but it only takes the other boat to slow down for 5 or 6 hours, and we're into them. So hopefully they'll find a few bunkers or whatever the golf analogy is, and we'll be able to catch them in the Straits of Malacca. So it's certainly not over yet.
Well, listen, Ian, good luck en route to Sanya, and Rory, thank you for being so generous with your time. Just before I let you both go, we're going to attempt something now. The world's longest selfie. Rory, if I can ask you just to turn around. So Ian is in the background. We're going to get both of you in shot. If you stand around about here, and I'll move out of the shot, and we'll allow Ian and the rest of his crew as well to also be in the photo as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please do take this on your own cameras as well and tweet it all around the world. We understand this might be the world's longest ever selfie.
Possibly the world's longest ever selfie, but it's out online now, so feel free to retweet at will. It's definitely cool to see two guys at the tops of their sports having a catch up, and great to hear the admiration Rory has for ocean racers. We'll see you Monday for the next Inside Track.